Hello, I am Rob Diamante, and this is the top 10 locations for gathering signatures for a campaign. Number 10 is the walkabout. So, a lot of times people will do this when they first start. They'll get their signatures and they'll just start walking down the street. Maybe they'll stop at a bus stop asking everybody along the way. This can be wildly inconsistent. It can be exhausting because you can tire yourself out, and you might run into a lot of unregistered voters. So, we avoid this personally. Number 9 is the gas station. So a lot of people think, hey, there's a lot of people coming in and out of a gas station, but you don't have a lot of rights to be there. So unless you know the owner of this gas station, they'll probably ask you to leave right away, which makes this a pretty poor location. Number 8, this would be like your CVS, Rite Aid, the pharmacy. This is consistent, but there's not a lot of people that generally come out of the pharmacy at one time unless you have a really busy one around you. So a lot of times the traffic can be too low to generate as many signatures as you'd like in an hour. Number 7, this would be the mall. Now here at the mall, we have an opposite situation. There's a lot of people coming in and out, but not always registered voters. You get a lot of teenagers, vacationers, unregistered voters in general. So it can look great, and sometimes it is, but a lot of times it's a real miss. Number 6, this would be public facilities like a library, DMV, post office. These can be pretty successful, plus you know they're consistently open at certain times. You have to be careful though. A library may be more generous in the city by letting you be outside of it as a public venue, whereas the DMV you might have to get permission from the California Highway Patrol, and a post office is federal, so you really have to be careful of your rights there. Number 5, county events. So say the fair is in town, popular political figures at the convention center. This can draw a huge amount of people to one place and be a great time to gather signatures. Number 4, city events. Let's say there's a parade for the 4th of July, or the farmers market is every Saturday. These events can be consistent, and they can gather all the people in your local city to get their signatures. Now the last 3, the top 3, are things that you can do pretty much Monday through Sunday on almost any day of the year. Okay, number 3 is door to door. So especially if you have a walk list, and that's when you have all the registered voters listed on the street, so you know exactly who you want to talk to and who you don't want to talk to. This can be very effective. Sometimes campaigns will even pay a little bit more to get a 100% validated list of all registered voters when you're going door to door. Number 2 would be the grocery store. Grocery stores are close, they're usually busy, and you get a lot of local voters. So this can be a really solid 9 to 5 type of location where you can constantly be generating signatures. And the number 1 location where professional signature gatherers will go to gather signatures is the superstore. These are Walmart, Target, large place where you've got 14, 15 registers going at any time of people coming in and out of the store in your local area, where you can build a rapport and find out they're registered. Another great thing about these locations is they generally understand petitioner rights, so you don't always have to have that same conversation over and over, whether you can be there. So that's it. Top 10 locations to gather signatures for a campaign. Doesn't mean that that's exactly the way it will be for you, but on average, that's kind of the way it goes. You might find great luck just walking around and stopping at your local library, and some people will have great luck going door to door, but find out what works best for you, and good luck.